Welcome to today's episode of Viva. The issue of affordable housing is one of the most debated in this country. And most recently, Bank Negara has weighed in. Many are claiming that one of the reasons why it's so hard for people to own homes in Malaysia is because it's so hard to get a loan. But Bank Negara is having none of this. It defended banks' lending systems in the country with a simple message. It's not that loans are hard to get, but homes are too expensive. The central bank has created a website specifically to address the affordable housing issue. In that website, it shows, amongst others, that loan approval rates in key cities are more than 70%, debunking the myth that housing loans are hard to get. Bank Negara resisted calls to make it easier for loans to be approved and instead said the property industry should be the one to cut costs and build homes that are more affordable. In 2015, Khazanah said house prices in Malaysia is 4.4 times the annual household income, making it quote-unquote seriously unaffordable. Pause to this if you want to take a closer look. Technically, an affordable home is defined as 3 times the annual household income. It's worthy to note though that this figure is still small compared to cities like Hong Kong and Beijing. And to add, the central bank has also said before that our household debt to GDP ratio, which was about 88% last year, is one of the highest in the region and should be monitored closely. And talking about debt, or rather those who do not pay their debts, China is taking it to the extreme to deal with this bunch. It has instructed its provincial governments to create websites that list the names of the people who are not paying off their loans or debts. The central government also requires the list of these people's names to be maintained by local news organizations, courts and regulators with the aim of exposing them and pressuring them to pay up. Many are conflicted whether this name and shame approach is the right way to go. But as many economies are cracking down on non-payers to prevent this issue from affecting economic growth, maybe it's time for an out-of-the-box solution? We've all been concerned about North Korea's missile tests, but there may be something else that we should worry about more. It's cyberattacks. A report by CNN and Kaspersky has pointed to signs that a hacking group linked to North Korea called Lazarus has been linked to attacks on banks in 18 countries, including Malaysia. Last year, the Lazarus group has been attributed with the hacking of the Bangladeshi central bank, in which they stole $81 million from. Although there's not been too much definitive proof that links these attacks directly to North Korea, Kaspersky's reports have found some clues that suggest the link, including an IP address that originated from North Korea and Korean language in some of the coding. Experts allege as sanctions against them tighten, the North could be looking for other sources of revenue, like hacking banks to finance its missile development and launching activities. Recently, the North stole 235 gigs of military secrets from South Korea. CNN says a North Korean official contacted at the UN has refused to comment on these allegations. And finally, on to Europe. Spain's Prime Minister has given the Catalonian government 8 days to drop its intention to secede from the country. He said if they don't, he will suspend Catalonia's political autonomy and rule the region directly. Yesterday, Catalonian President Carles Puigdemont sort of declared independence for the region. He did, but then immediately suspended it to encourage dialogue with the central government. The move confused both supporters and opposers alike and casted doubts over what will happen next. The Catalan region has political autonomy, which means it governs itself to a certain extent, although it's a part of Spain. But apparently, this may come to an end soon. What will happen next is really anyone's guess. That's it for Viva tonight. You're now up to speed.